Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Justin Joker Harley. This is actually kind of my first video. I just wanted to make a quick little video for people that were wanting to get S plus. Um, this is kind of be more so for maybe it'll apply to Claire and Leon. Um, so to kind of be in general. Um, so the first thing is you want to know exactly where you need to go, what your route's going to be, what things that you can leave behind, what things can you circle back and get, and then what things do you not just need in general. Of course, you want to make sure that you've got plenty of ammo, plenty of boards in the police station. You want to know where the liquors are. Trust me, if you don't know where they are, because one of them caught me off guard and killed me a few times. Once you memorize where they are, you would use acid rounds or flame rounds to take them down. It takes about 2 to get them, but on the second one it can be kind of iffy because it kind of looks like they're still getting up, so just keep a third round ready, but don't shoot it so you don't waste it, but just keep it ready just in case, because it generally takes 2. Sometimes I've seen it take 3. With the plant guys, you can use a knife or a grenade on them to get them off you, but if you don't have a knife or a grenade and they get on you, then their little head thing at the top is going to eat you and kill you every time. So be aware of that, because you only get 3 saves in the S plus run. It's 2 hours and 30 minutes or less. So if you get really far and you make good progress and then you hiccup and get caught by one of these, it's game over. So you got to restart from where you started at. So you want to make sure that you've always got at least a knife or a grenade on you, maybe even 2. Of course, you want to make sure you write down all of the locks, codes for the safes, and then for the dials, you want to get those down. For the 2 security lock things that require the 8-digit pin to open it, you just want to get a pen and paper ready. Hit start so you're not wasting your time in the game, because from what I've seen, when you hit start, it doesn't count the time against you. It's paused. But if you are just like idle and the game's running, then the time's going to keep ticking and it's going to eat time. So depending on how quickly you're able to get that unlocked, that can take away time. So make sure you hit start, get a pen and paper, click it, and then the one that I go with is the top one. Either the very top one if you're talking about like 12 o'clock, or the one that's like 11 o'clock, if that makes sense, on a clock. I would go with one of those for starting at 1 or 2, and that way you just go around. You would go around counterclockwise, pretty much. Yeah, counterclockwise. But start at either 12 o'clock or 11 o'clock. Let's see. Pretty much at each point, once you put out the fire at the helicopter on the 2nd floor, Mr. X is going to appear, so make sure that you're ready. But if you kind of stick as close as you can to him and you can let him hit you and just heal if you want to. Most of the time, he only puts you in caution, or sometimes it won't even take anything off, even if it's on hardcore, depending on where he hits you or how hard he hits you. It may put you from fine to fine, or from fine to caution. I've very rarely seen it go from fine to danger or caution to danger. So that's an option too, but do what you're comfortable with, because he is quick and he will find you. You only have maybe about 20 seconds at the most from when he finds you to where you're going before he comes back up again. Another main thing is that the room that has the library, getting that jack set is crucial, because that takes a very long time. So you want to take out all the monsters, try to explode their heads if you can before you even do anything, to go get the jack. That way, once you have the jack, when Mr. X keeps finding you, you can kind of just strafe them and then kind of circle back and kind of get as much as you can done on that, to get to the clock tower, to get the gear, to get the other power panel piece, depending on no matter if you're playing with Leon or Claire. What else? Now, you know how when you're up on the 3rd floor in the library, that walkway that's got the stairs, and then you go around, there's a ladder. that part where you come up the steps, you hang a left, you go all the way straight, and then you fall through. You probably want to save that fall through for when Mr. X is chasing you, and you need to get the other, maybe the second to last or the last bookcase moved over. Save that for that, so drop through it on purpose, and then Mr. X usually will go around down the steps, and it'll give you enough time to at least get one, if not, probably just one really, just one of the staircases moved over. But this staircase, getting that moved over is going to be one of the trickiest parts, because at that point, no matter where you're at, Mr. X is either going to hear you from you moving around or from monsters hollering. So yeah. In the West office, you want to get that hip pouch immediately, because the more stuff that you can carry, you're pretty much going to be kind of like hoarding as much stuff as you can. If you have any type of herb, no matter if it's red or blue or red and green, mix it up to save the space. And most everything, all the places in there, if you do a good job about getting everything and then just pick it up, get as much as you can right when you're about to get to an inventory box, drop it all off what you don't need. At least keep a knife, ammo, and some flame rounds or acid rounds for sure if you can. Whatever keys or stuff you need. Try to leave about 4 or 5 open spaces if you can, but keep a knife and a grenade, or a combination of therein. Some ammo with your handgun, and then your acid rounds, and then your submachine gun if you want. And then try to keep your keys, whatever you need, regular stuff. Then when you know that you have stuff that you're about to use, like the garage parking key, or if the key is on the last door and you know it's about to be discardable soon, try to finagle in time when that happens. That way you can free up space, because generally when you open something, there's going to be something else to get in there. So discard stuff as soon as you can. Save your mag ammo for the bosses, especially stage 4 and 5. They're going to be the hardest. Save as much healing as you can. I guess that's kind of it, really. I can't really think of anything else. But I'll keep making videos and stuff. I just got S Plus today for the first time with Claire. I came in at 2 hours and 22 minutes, so I had about 8 minutes to spare. Oh, the other thing, when you're playing the game, you can. I set a timer in real life for 2 hours and 30 minutes. But also in the game, if you hit start and you look in your upper right, it'll show you what your time is. So as long as that's your actual time that judges you on S Plus rank. So you had to be 2 hours and 30 minutes or less according to that time, not according to real life time. So don't forget that. What else? You can do the codes for the box, like the Murph and the OSS and all that. You can do that ahead of time and tune it if you want. I mean, if you do Murph, you get Murph. You turn the power on to the lab. You can go ahead and do Oz while you're there, and it'll be ready. And to do the tuning, all you got to do is wait for the vibration from your controller. It'll do a slight kind of vibrate to let you know that it's tuned, and as soon as it does, usually you'll hear it and you'll kind of pass it up, or kind of think you heard it and you weren't sure, but go back to it and try to check it twice, like really quickly, so you're not wasting too much time on that, and then get that programmed. Whatever monsters that you can avoid or use a knife on, like for example, I try to use the knife on those water things that spit out the poison stuff in the sewer. I try to use a knife on that and run past it, and then it kind of like grabbed me, or kind of scooted me and pushed me back, and then it grabbed me again. So that won't work. You're gonna need about 2 or 3 flame rounds to take those down, or maybe about 3 acid rounds to take them down. If you use like 1 or 2 flame rounds and you see its eye being exposed, you can just use your handgun or your submachine gun and shoot it, you know, a good 5 or 6 times, and it'll kill it. Now with those, you want to keep at least a blue herb mixed up, or just a blue herb on the side, because if you get poisoned, Claire Leon will get choked up, and it'll stall out. They'll just like kind of lag, like they're sitting idle and they're choking up and they can't move, like you can't move at all. So that's going to kill your time if that keeps happening, because there's about 6 or 7 of them down there that you have to deal with. yeah, I mean, I guess it's about all I can think of right now, but I'll definitely will have more videos coming out. Kind of just want to give some tips to people that were curious. You're definitely going to be nervous. It's definitely not easy. You're going to die a lot. Most important thing is save when you feel like you need to, or when you know if there's something that you struggled with at some point in the game that you're not comfortable with, that you can get past it without having to save and restart. You want to save just to be on the safe side, but you only get 3 saves. Um, so yeah, that's the video for now, and then I'll have more coming on. I'm gonna post a link in the description below for the combinations for like the dials and the locks and the ladder code, the drug testing lab code, all that stuff. I'll post a link for that in there. If you have any questions, just shoot me a comment. I will respond to everybody, and I definitely appreciate y'all checking me out. But you can like, subscribe, and check out my channel. I'm also on Twitch. It's Justin Joker Harley. That's my Twitch TV. I'm pretty much a brand new streamer, but I play everything. But I've been a long time diehard Resident Evil fan ever since the day the game came out. And I remember when I was a kid, you would start it up, and then it would be like Resident Evil, and it was just like, oh my god, like what the hell's going on? Like what am I getting myself into? But this is definitely the greatest horror game of all time. There's no denying that. It's the one that started it all. But yeah, I appreciate y'all taking the time to check this out, and appreciate it. Thank you.